Hello, I'm Andrea Barker. I work for Lincolnshire, Caring Links on the Workforce Development team.
And I'm Debbie, and I work with Andrea.
And today we're going to be showing you how to use the Whzan digital health box for your remote monitoring. So if you open the box, and this is the new smaller version of the box, inside you've got your tablet, you have your temperature monitoring system, we have the digital system that checks for oxygen. It also does your pulse and your respirations now with this one. And then we have the blood pressure monitoring machine as well. So I'm going to show you how to use each part of this Whzan kit. So first of all, you need to switch on your tablet. And at the moment it's been plugged in, which is how this gets charged. So switch it on at the side. And here's your login screen. Once you've logged in, all the residents that you have within the system that have been put onto your tablet will come up. So you just choose the person that you're going to do the remote monitoring for.
I'm Jennifer Aniston today.
So today, Jennifer Aniston. So once you have logged in and chosen your resident, it comes up saying patient home page, and it will show the last time that they had any observations. So that's easy for you to then check. Now we don't need to do anything, so I can put the tablet down and I'm going to be doing Debbie's blood pressure. Is that okay?
That's absolutely right.
Within the box you have your cuff, and this is a standard size cuff. Just remember that you can get smaller cuffs for your resident if they are very frail. And if you have somebody that needs a larger cuff, then you need to take that into consideration before you're doing an observation. So on the cuff itself, it has a dot. Now that dot you need to have in line with the middle of the arm here. So you'll see as I put that on. Thank you. And then secure the cuff, but don't do it too tight. Okay, so you just want it firm. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. And there's an arrow also telling you to point in the right direction there. And then, Debbie, if you keep your arm nice and relaxed, and then we have the actual blood pressure monitor. Back in the old days, a sphygmomanometer, but this obviously is all digital now. So now we're going to plug in to the remote digital monitor. So plug that into the side, and then you have your start button. So as soon as I press that, I don't need to do anything else. And you just stay nice and relaxed. And you might need to remind your resident it does go quite tight. We have our reading.
Your pulse is 66 beats per minute. Blood pressure is 156/83. Your reading has been recorded.
So that has now been automatically recorded onto the tablet, and as you heard, it also speaks the results for you. So now we're going to take Debbie's temperature. Are you happy for me to do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So first of all, we put a disposable cap over the top, and that's for hygiene purposes, and they are individual use. When you put the cap on, it switches the device on for you. So I'm now going to put that in Debbie's ear. You don't push it too hard in there, but it does need to be in the ear. And then the round button, just press that once. It starts flashing, and the device is reading it.
Your temperature is 36.9 degrees Celsius. Your reading has been recorded.
So that's now on the device. You don't need to do anything else there. But the disposable cap, you have a little button at the top, and just mind where this goes. You just push that and it flicks off. And then obviously that would be disposed of. And then you store that back in the device there. So now we're going to use the oximeter, and this is to take Debbie's oxygen levels. It also records their pulse and respirations. With this little device, it switches on as you put it on the person's finger. But just a little warning that if someone's hands are very cold, it will affect the reading. If they have very long nails or nail varnish, that will also potentially affect the reading. And you can use it on a person's toe. So when I put this device on Debbie's finger, she just needs to relax her hand and not to speak because of the counting the respirations. And you'll see it just takes a little time, and then you'll get the recording onto the tablet. Okay, Debbie, if I have one of your fingers, please. That's lovely. And then rest your hand down.
Your pulse is 70 beats per minute, blood oxygen is 98%, respiration is 15 breaths per minute. Your reading has been recorded.
And again, that goes directly onto the tablet. You don't need to record it yourself. So now we've recorded all of Debbie's observations. They're on the device. Just to let you know, you are fine.
I'm fit and healthy.
But the key element of your remote monitoring, digital monitoring, is to know when to escalate any concerns. So the past readings are all there. There may be some of the readings are set to alert you to the fact that it's either lower or higher than it should be. But the main thing is to know when to escalate the concerns.